Boxing King Media in association with Boxer Jake Goodwin. 6 rounds of hell. Would you say is that a good description?
Not hell, not the most comfy for me, but for the fans entertaining.
Obviously, Serge Ambomo, you will have seen his box record. I'm sure you've seen him on the circuits before. If he wants to turn up, he'll give you a hard night, and he turned up tonight because he don't always do that. But in your 5th fight, to take a fight like that, it says a lot about you as well.
Yeah, well, I've been asking for a test to step up each time. I wanted 6 rounds straight away, but I had 3-4s and then gone to that. I've asked for better opponents each time, and an opponent like Serge Ambomo, his record doesn't speak what he is, and this is what frustrates me with people who don't really know boxing as much, because he is a serious operator. He is. Records don't speak. He's a test. Seen tonight, tested the chin got tested, and we got through it. Dropped around, I'll admit that. Yeah, dropped around, but box well. We'll go back, work on things. But yeah, it was nice to get a test like that so early on. It was only my 5th fight, so it was nice to get that.
I'm guessing when you were trying to sell tickets for this show, were you trying to tell your friends I'm fighting Serge, and they were like, "Oh, check his record out." Were you trying to explain to them, "Trust me, this guy's better than probably 90% of the journeymen in the country"?
Yeah, and some people do know that. He's an Olympian. You don't go to the Olympics for being a nobody. He's got his reputation for how good he is. Me and you know that. A lot of people in boxing know that. So yeah, selling the fight, it's hard when you're saying the name. Was first thing I do, box rec. Another one of them. So, no, you've seen the fight tonight. Yes, that's his record. But look at how many fights he's had. He's had 45. That's my 5th. And we put on, I believe, a very good display for those who are paying money. They couldn't care if I win, lose or draw. Well, they can, that's a lie. People do care, but they get over it. They're there to see entertainment, and I put on entertainment.
And entertainment you did. You landed loads of shots. You hit Serge a few times. The right uppercut, I think around 4 or 5. Really good. Was it left uppercut? Yeah, southpaw, weren't you? So yeah, really good shot. You hurt him, but you didn't go in for the kill. Were you still thinking in my head, I need to be careful with this guy?
Because he's got that devastation, Yes, I did hurt him. Yes, I did push him back. But there's no point going on there and bombing him out. Look, he's had 45 fights. He's been hit a lot of times. You know how to deal with that. I'd only had 4. So to stay as relaxed as I did for someone with 4 fights is very good. But yeah, you can't rush, can you? You've got to relax.
Describe to me that experience of like when you, because I'm guessing that's the first time you've been clocked properly and you've had to think, shit.
Yeah.
What went through your head?
Prepared for it in the gym, and not just for Serge. It's something we go through in training anyway. Not every night, just now and then, because who knows when it's going to happen? Anything can happen. So we prepare for that, and we have, we know if it happens, if it ever happens, touch wood it didn't, this is what you're going to do. And that's what I did tonight. Executed it, and I thought I executed it quite well for someone as inexperienced as myself, and never been in that situation before. So I'm happy with the way I got around the fight. I showed me maturity in there tonight.
You definitely did. I think your fans were entertained as well, and they'll probably respect what Serge brought to the game as well now, and obviously probably believed what you were trying to say to him when you were trying to sell the tickets. But where do you want to step up from that? Because that was, like I said, that was a good gauge, and it showed that you belong at a good level.
Yeah. Now, next, I want someone similar to myself, not someone who's got one thing. Like, he had that one thing, that devastating shot. But when I kept behind my jab all night, I was controlling the fight. I want someone who can box like me, high-paced. I am high-paced. As I've shown, the only time I got clocked was when I rushed in and trying to think, I'm high-paced. I like that. I like providing entertainment. So I think that's what I want next. But we'll see what Steve can get me. We're still early on. I can't be calling out names and dictating fights yet, as much as I'd love to.
And I bet it was a buzz for you to watch, the whole Tyson Fury family in the house today as well. And I bet that was a buzz for you, wasn't it?
So you know what? It was overwhelming in the changing room today. There was some big characters in there. Big characters, world champions, former, current, future. There was a lot of presence in the changing rooms today as well. It was a lot busier than usual. And obviously the change with the timings and things, I ended up being out 2.5 hours later than I was meant to be. So my routine was changed. But yeah, being in the presence of people like Tyson Fury, absolutely amazing. Yeah.
And just because I've never met you before, whereabouts in Donny are you from, and do you do boxing full time or do you work as well?
So I'm from Doncaster. Don't live here anymore. I live in Leeds now. Grew up in Stainforth, Doncaster. from Monday I went to school in Hatfield and moved to Leeds. I went to uni and then stayed there. Now live and train out of Leeds.
Good man. Are you working or is this boxing full time?
Yeah, I work as well. I'm very fortunate for the job I have. Big thank you to Darren New at DNL Events, who my employer. He's also my sponsor. This one here, so I can't see it on the camera. But he allows me to train when I've got fights coming up, so I can take time away if I need to go sparring, etc. Massive help to my career. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to progress as fast as I have.
Well, Jake, you're definitely entertained tonight. I'll keep an eye on your journey and good luck for the future. And just tell the fans where they can follow you on the socials.
You can follow me on social media. Instagram is at Jake_Goodwin_boxing, and then Facebook and Twitter is at JGoodwin98.
Cheers, Jake. Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you.
All right.